Bugs! Bugs everywhere. Cue the music. I cannot work in the silence. It has been a while now since I did some extensive testing and bug fixing. And it's not looking good. Did I tell you that I'm a software tester? A monkey to be shot in space before humans go? Yeah. At my day job, I'm testing software and I'm allergic to bugs, okay? I get hives at badly written business application that breaks more often than it actually works. And now I'm humbled once again as I look at my code fail at the simplest places. And without further ado, I'm told that this further ado thingy sounds posh. So I need to embed it in my devlogs. Yeah, to sound more awesome. So let me walk you through some trash past me left behind to deal with. I hate that guy, I hate him, but we would never get anything done without him. Still, he's an absolute. I'll be nice. I won't tell bad words. Not here. It's not a place. So, jiggly backlit water. That sounds interesting. I'm quite satisfied with how this piece of code works. It responds to anything with a collider, jiggles forming waves. It looks really good and I think it's a great addition to the game's look and feel. It kills you when you fall in, but one thing, there is this light in the background that should follow the blue line on top, and it just sits there like a moron, you know, just a square. There is this complicated way of how water is instantiated and updated. There are all these convoluted and quite complicated meshes, line renderers and trigger colliders instantiating and updating the logic behind it all. And I mean, I borrowed that logic and lodged it in my project, adjusted a bit to fit my project better. Basically, there should be no issues for me to adjust this part too. I just need a backlight to jiggle with it. Yeah, 90s reference. Ooh, jiggle with it. All I have to do is just follow the mesh edges and update light and make light follow the mesh updates. It would be easy if updating freeform light 2D from a script worked in Unity. At least in my version 2019.3.12 F1 something. You know, I was about to throw my PC out the window. My little potato PC, yeah. It simply doesn't work. I started googling as I do every time I feel stupid. And more I googled, it felt like I'm not using all my brain entirely. Not even that 10%. As it has leaked out of my ears. I found more and more different problems related to the same stack trace, and it kept piling and piling up. Different problems people had, none of them really relating to what I had, and my experience with software, whenever you have this situation, it's a bug in the API you're using, or you did something really stupid and it's time to go back to chicken farm. But I didn't do anything stupid, so it must be the other thing, not the chicken farm. Yet. Not yet. Yeah, Unity has a bug there. Go figure. Someone else's bug bit me on the ass while trying to fix my bug. And I was googling and googling and googling. And all I found was more questions, and I fell into this big rabbit hole. The only viable solution I found was to update my project to a new Unity version that had a fix for my issue. No, I'm not doing that mid-project. It's a bad idea, okay? I have no choice. And it went better than expected. I was expecting, you know, whole thing to implode, set my computer on fire, tear down my apartment and leave me lying in the ashes of my life, compelling me to go back to that chicken farm I talked about. And all I needed to do, you know, is just to adjust a couple of sliders, and few sprites were missing from the prefabs, nothing big, you know. No, I must not tell lies. It was hell. hell. At least it felt like one, so much that I stopped working for a week and then started working on another game. So this is now a shameless asset flip mobile game devlog. I downloaded some assets from Kenny's, created a new project and started working on this code, and I actually learned a bit, about scriptable objects and using events in games. I wanted to finish it in a week and be done with it. Yeah, right? It's not gonna happen. No. I had more issues there than with Stinky Feet. I learned a few cool things, but I have no idea how people make games in a week or a couple of weeks. I think I did create a few games like that on my own, but I don't know. I think I'm going to be forever stuck with locking myself into huge scopes. And anyways, back to Stinky Feet then. So I went back into Unity and fixed all the weirdness. All the updates did is, it wasn't terrible. As I said, there were a few sprites missing, some things were acting out. I was missing some regular stuff that you would not expect to be missed, so. But at the end, I managed. That's the most important part. I think when I go back and look at it, it wasn't really that complicated. I was just frustrated with the fact that I had to do it. So I fixed the water background, backlit thingy I was talking about previously, in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Took me a week to do it, with all the mumbo-jumbo and weirdness regarding the update to a newer version of Unity, which is not long-term support version, which is also terrible. But I'm quite satisfied with the results. And another thing, updating to the new version accidentally fixed some of the performance issues I was having, so I'm happy again, yeah. And no, I don't think it was an accident. I know Unity team did a great job on the latest versions and did some big boy fixes, as I myself am trying to do here. So not just cosmetics, they did some really important under the hood stuff. That's a cool thing. Thank you guys. So moving forward, there is a lot of features I had problems with. Teachable moment here, kids. So prolonging and avoiding problems, you will get in a tough spot, really tough spot, in development and in life. So one of the issues I completely disregarded were the fact that every droplet instantiated from the fire trucks, firefighters and the shower heads were instantiated on update, so on each frame. So it was frame dependent and it was killing performance. I think so. And you do not, and if you don't think so, please tell me in the comments. But I'm quite sure instantiated things frame dependent is bad. Anyways, I created a core routine and added some true-false logic and another serialized field to control the amount and the state of droplets that were being instantiated. It was a quick fix until it was not, as the firefighters had this specific piece of code that doesn't allow it to work, so I needed to refactor there a bit, and here and there, and on a few more places. And another crappy thing I did in the past was that I implemented the live display logic, as I call it. I implemented it in a way that I just added some sprites to a screen and attached them to camera, and that sucks. It scales badly. Sometimes just jumps out of the screen, it can't be easily manipulated, and it's UI and it carries important information for the player, and it should be dealt carefully. So what I did is I just created another canvas and added an image, 3 images, and they are now always on top. They scale with the rest of the screen, and It will now translate everything, you know, every fuzzy feeling I had while developing this masterpiece to players suffering through it. And while we are talking about UI issues, I had made some stupid as hell mistakes and overlooked for far too long. If you have seen this game I have been ranting for too long about, you probably noticed the continue button on the main menu. Now, it was meant to load the last played level with the lives left and health left, and all it did, it was just reloading the main menu. You know, you click on it and reloads the main menu screen, which is it's not a feature, it's a bug, but it's not a big bug here, it's just something that I didn't implement completely. And I will talk more about that in my next devlog, coming in a week or two. I'll tell you about how I got some user feedback. I really need to talk about it, and there's a lot to talk about, so it will be a different devlog from there. So hold your breath, my next devlog is coming soon, or if you're watching this later in time, it's probably already linked somewhere around here, or it's just the next video in the playlist. And now for the real UI issue I had. I have a real one for you. Yeah, the pause menu on one of the levels was not working. I mean, it was showing up, the menu, but the buttons just didn't work. You can click on them, nothing happens. And I remember I had similar issue on one of my previous projects, so teachable moment number 2. If you're using Unity and your buttons are not working, you probably deleted the event system object. Yeah. If you don't know how to fix it, the simplest way possible is just simply creating another canvas, and the event system is created automatically. Then just delete the canvas and the event system is up and running. No worries, happy days are back. It's that easy, yeah. There's nothing to poke around or set up, just shove it in there. And there was another weird one. The player did not lose health in deep water after some point. Yeah, it was a silly miss on my part. I used the wrong trigger collider to pick up collisions with foot on the water object. So a quick switch up, and there it did the trick. I just used the right collider in the script that was responsible for dealing damage to my foot, and that's it. Also, I wanted to do some more housekeeping and ended up realizing I'm having pinky twice in my prefab. It's just different spelling, you know, the wrong one. Stop laughing. Look at the spelling. And don't laugh, try. Okay, English is not my native language, as you probably realize. Okay, go on, laugh all you want. It's funny. I'm laughing too. Yeah, so there was more, but it all was small and boring stuff, not as relevant, but there were a lot of those. After all that bug fixing, I wanted to do something new, something fun. Yeah, to make those fuzzy feelings again. So I mean, it was tedious, you know, all this bug fixing. It took a lot out of me, but I'm happy with it. So what I decided to do is to do some more eye candy. You see, when a player dies, the foot just topples over and lies there like an ass. Lights and then Stinky effect in the background, they're still there. If my foot is washed, it does not emit green anymore, okay? So I updated the animation using Unity animation system, and quite fast got quite pleasing results. Look at the poor thingy dying on and on and on and on, just being washed. Doesn't feel good, Stinky feet, does it? Yeah. Next time I will be talking about the player feedback I have for now and what I did and how I did act upon it. And I will probably mention my Discord channel there. Yeah, you must have one of those if you're indie. That's what I say, I don't know. Anyways, if you can't wait, then go and subscribe to my mailing list, where I'll send you the most important updates and how, you can contact me if you want some assets or help or want to support me, God forbid. Anyways, subscribe, like, share, a lot of comments. Yeah, I want those. Come on, give me some comments. That's it for now. Bye. Yeah, I think I didn't say my name. No one really cares about my name, right? Who cares? Yeah, that's it. Roll credits. No credits? No credit. Okay, no credits. Bye.